Hello and welcome to another episode of Nuclear Throne. So we don't have any pre-loop crowns left. Sounds like good news, but it does mean that the other unlocks are hard. You know what I haven't tried in a while is we could go for Chicken Sea Skin. Worst case, we get nothing. Medium case is we unlock one of the 4 crowns. So we've got Hatred and Luck. Those are decently hard. So we could do Death, Blood, Love, or Protection. We gotta take the Chicken Sword. Let's just go for it. And one for you. There we go. So yeah, I've been playing more Expedition 33. And you know what? I'm a little at a loss with this game. Like, I've enjoyed the time that I've played with it so far. I'm about 40 hours in. Enjoyed some of it. Some of the balance is confusing. Now, you may know if you watched my Expedition 33 video, we were playing in expert mode or whatever, the hardest difficulty, right? So, you know, if you're complaining about balance, why are you playing the hardest difficulty? Yeah, that's fair. I will, I'll concede to that one. But, some of the enemies are kind of shockingly easy, even in hard mode, where, like, they don't even get a turn. Some of the enemies are, like, you know, very basic attacks, but just are incredibly spongy. And I guess the idea is, like, come back later, right? I should think about what we want to build for here. We gotta get to Loop 2 and defeat the Captain. I think Scarier Face is a good idea for our first mutation here. I would like Rhino Skin, I would like Strong Spirit, I would like Bloodlust, probably also Second Stomach, since we ultimately have to fight the Captain. As many things that help us survive as possible. You may notice we did leave the Chicken Sword behind, so that'll help. That's necessary, I guess, I should say. I'm okay with the weapons I've got now. But yeah, there's also, I spent most of that video that I posted about E33 complaining about the cutscenes and stuff too. Some of them are just weird. I'd like to take Back Muscle, but I'll take Gamma Guts instead for... We're just gonna go pure survivability. I want to live for as long as possible. We're gonna take everything we can that helps us with that. Right, we've got Gamma Guts. I can just walk into the rats. There's nothing they can do for me. Well, there's not usually anything the rats can do for me, but there's nothing they can do against me either. Yeah, so, like, the main game content in E33, like the necessary bosses and stuff, okay. Shouldn't try to Gamma Guts the Gators, not good for you. The main game content is too easy. The side content is too hard. And not, I wouldn't even say too hard. It's not even hard. It's just like you have to parry over and over for an absurd amount of time. Gotta be more arms. You gotta parry over and over for an absurd amount of time for some of those chromatic boss fights. Or enemies, chromatic enemies. And, you know, you could say come back later, and there's a degree of fairness to that, but also, like, I don't know, man. It's, you know what other game suffers from a similar problem, but not for the same reason? Dark Souls 2 suffers from, yes, difficult, but not difficult in a way that is satisfying, right? So a game that's difficult in a way that's satisfying is Elden Ring, right? The enemies are difficult, but fair. These are both really good. I'll take Bloodlust first. I want Pluto as well, though. You know, the enemies are really hard in Elden Ring, just the basic-ass enemies. But they're not hard because they have 2 moves and they just do them over and over and have a zillion health, right? They're hard because the moves are difficult. And then you know, if you're building well, you can pretty easily, you know, 1 or 2 shot them, which is a kind of difficulty that I like. And that doesn't really transfer over well to a game like E33. I understand that, because if you're 2-shotting stuff, well, I'm like I said, some enemies aren't even getting a turn, so like I'm having that problem as well. But you know, Dark Souls 2 also has this like kind of weird difficulty problem, and if I'm understanding correctly, this kind of comes from, oh shit, not good. We're fine. Let's try not to pick up any health at the end of this level, because... yeah, I want that. I would like to get a big health chest on the caves. This is kind of a gamble here. I like the ammo, though. Kinda wanted bullets there, but we're fine. Oh, damn. Okay, we're full health. That's, you know... I think I missed the rads here, too, but... Yeah, Dark Souls 2, this was not as much of a problem pre-Scholar of the First Sin. I think Boiling Veins honestly might be better than Rabbit Paw, but we'll take Rabbit Paw here. The difficulty problem that Dark Souls 2 has is just there's, like, too many fucking enemies, and you don't get iframes for actions that you would in the other Souls games, like going through fog gates. And you could say, like, oh, well, it makes you not run through areas. True, but, like... Die to the Smelter Demon once, and then enjoy that run back. Either Smelter Demon run back, right? And like, yes, it's difficult, but is it difficult in a way that makes me feel like, if I succeed, I'm good at the game? It's like, no, you really just succeed through being very patient. And now there's that's the exact same problem with E33. Like, you have to just perform consistently for a really long time to beat some of those kind of weirdly balanced enemies. And I've beaten some really tough enemies for the spot that I am at in the game, and it didn't really feel like I played particularly well. It just kind of feels like, well, I didn't mistime parries, you know, of like 2 or 3 moves. And I have other things to say about this game that's like not even about the combat too. Like this is a small critique, to be sure, but so Laser Brain isn't going to be as good for us here because we're not going to take an energy sword. Well, I'll get back to talking about E33 in a second while I decide what I want to do here. You could argue shotgun shoulders actually, and then we can try to find an ultra shotgun. You know what? Fuck it, we're doing that. I like that idea. And I have a shotgun weapon now. Although, I feel like the flame shotgun, the flame shell weapons don't benefit nearly as much. We'll go down in there later, I don't feel like dealing with that right now. What am I trying to say? The flame weapons don't benefit as much from the shoulders of the shotgun, but it's fine. Yeah, so, E33, the cutscenes, there are a lot of them, right? And they wanted you to be able to have your, oh no. They wanted you to be able to have your cosmetics in the cutscene, so they didn't bake any of them, so they kind of look bad sometimes. And also the performance is not incredible, right? But you don't even get all of your cosmetics in there. Only the outfits change. Like, your weapon looks different based on which weapon you have equipped, and it doesn't change the weapon that the characters are holding in the cutscenes. And I understand that maybe that's too much to ask, but just bake the fucking cutscenes, like, and I don't care about having any cosmetics. Oh no. I forgot that this is Little Hunter, and we are going to die to him. Yeah, we're fucked. No, we're fine. We're fucked again. Okay, we have 2 HP. I don't think this is the run that we're gonna get the C-skip. If it was, I would be incredibly impressed. We're basically melting right now. Yeah, so just, you know, pick one or the other. Bake the cutscenes so that they're guaranteed to look nice. Or, make it so the weapons also show up, based on what you have equipped, and not just, like, the generic default weapon for each character. And like I said, this is a fairly small gripe. It's like a visual, issue, right? And some might even say it's not an issue at all, which I could see why you would think that. But the biggest issue I have with this game is that the movement feels like shit. And for a game where the combat is primarily... Guess. The combat is primarily going to be, you know, you're not moving around. You have one button for parrying during combat. And the rest of it is all just, like, you know, Pokemon combat. But still, when you're moving around the world, it does not feel very good. And that's fine for games like this, I think, right? A super flat cannon? That seems funny. Yeah. Like, fine for games like that in general, but I don't know. Here's my problem. If you're gonna have bad movement, don't put jumping puzzles in your game. Right? Like, just don't do that. I am one shot to anything right now. This is nasty. I kind of feel like they should make it so the chicken just gets, like, an inherent chance of getting health chests. Because we're not going to see more health for a while. But yeah, we're basically playing as melting here. It's fine. If I beat the throne, I'll be kind of happy, I guess, and then we can run it back and try again. Yeah, like, I feel like the devs know that their movement is not the best, right? And yet, they put jumping puzzles in the game anyway, and not, like, you know, not very fun ones. And I'm a weirdo, right? Like, I know this. I am one of those players who actually likes the stupid jumping puzzles in the Souls games. And oh, we're dead. We're for real dead? For real? Okay. Let's try that again. Like, those stupid areas of like Dark Souls 1, like Blight Town and the Great Hollow. Don't love the jumping, the like well section in Dark Souls 2, but there's a lot of stuff like that in Elden Ring. That's kind of cool. I like the area where you can do the three fingers thing to get the bad ending of the game. It's cool, right? I actually like that stuff, and that's because the movement inherently feels good. The movement might not be designed for platforming, right? It's designed for, you know, rolling, parry, combat. But it's still, like, solid enough, and it feels good enough to control your character. But, like, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, the, like, ledge grab mechanic in Expedition 33 feels horrible. Feels very dated. That's very nice. And, you know, just like, the way the character controls feels like sluggish and weird. There's like odd acceleration on your character that doesn't feel quite right. And that's a Golden Scorpion and Big Bandit all at the same time. Bandits are owning me. We're fine. Just keep backing up. Yeah, so, like, don't, you know, if you're gonna put jumping puzzles in the game, refine your movement, right? And, the rewards you get for these jumping puzzles, it's the gestural beaches, if you're wondering, if you've played the game. It's like cosmetics and stuff, and, like, after I've done this, like, really kind of annoying, like, acid vomit... Acid? Asset, I can't speak. These, like, asset vomit levels... that's like jumping puzzles and the movement is bad. My reward is like a like bathing suit cosmetic for the female character. I'm never equipping that. I'm sorry. It's just not. I don't play games to see female characters in bathing suits. If you do, I guess that's, you know, do your own thing. But come on, man. And you could say maybe it's like an homage to Bennett Foddy's Getting Over It, which is a game I've never played, actually, believe it or not. But I kind of doubt I would be super into it. But the thing about Getting Over It is, like, the controls feel weird at the start, but they're actually very solid, and people who learn the controls get quite good at it. I'm gonna take Yamaguts. So we can, if we get headless, we can just walk in there and try to get stuff. I need to play more carefully as Chicken if we want to have any chance of unlocking the sea skin today. So it's gonna be a very long video if I do get it, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, and all of this talking shit about Expedition 33 is not to say, like, you know, I don't like the game. I'm the kind of gamer who likes to be a completionist. I got all the, I wanted to say moons. What the fuck are they called? In the DK Bonanza, I got all of the, bananas. There we go. They're bananas. They're basically moons. It's Mario Odyssey 2, right? But, which was a little tedious, but kind of cool, kind of fun. You know, I did everything in Mario Galaxy 2, even though some of that was tedious. Did everything except for play the game again in Mario Galaxy 1. All of this recently, right? So I'm the kind of player who likes to do everything in the game. I honestly think with E33, I'm gonna get the ending, which I think I'm quite close to. And then that's gonna be it. I also, like, I was gonna edit more videos of it, but there's so many cutscenes and things to cut out that, and I haven't had that many, like, funny moments while playing the game since then, since the first video. I think I'll probably just do it off recording, finish it up, and then that'll be that. I like doing all the completion stuff. Like, just for reference, if you're familiar with the game Ghosts of Tsushima, scary. I played that game, and it has this mechanic that they call the Fog of War, which is how many games work, where, like, sections of the map you haven't been to. Oh, hello. Did that go in the portal? It must have. I'm absolutely taking that. I like this mutation setup so far. This is really good. Also, we can carry the auto crossbow forever. This is the weapon I want. If I right-click and accidentally throw it while I'm going through a portal, I'm gonna cry. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, okay, that's what I was saying. So Ghost of Tsushima, there's this mechanic called the Fog of War, where, the super crossbow, too. I prefer the auto crossbow, the super crossbow is also really good. We're gonna be looking for Bolt Marrow, I guess. This mechanic Fog of War, where the parts of the map you haven't been to are, not clear, and I spent many hours in that game just going, like, back and forth, clearing out the entire map just so that I could see everything. And then I found out when you finish the islands, it actually reveals the whole map for you. So I found out that I wasted all that time. I feel like stress would be really good, but I can't say no to Bloodlust. I found out that I had basically been wasting all of my time playing the game the way that I was playing it, but I wasn't even upset because the movement felt good and the world was fun to explore. It also had similar like climbing mechanics, but they were used to E33, I should say, but they were used a little bit more sparingly. And this was also years ago, so forgive me if my memory is screwed up and that those climbing mechanics were like everywhere in that game. I could be wrong. Oh, that was just stupid damage. Let's tighten up the play here. We have good weapons. I want to live. Energy hammer. I suppose so. We'll do the energy hammer. Takes 5 energy per shot, though, so we're gonna have to be a little careful about ammo here, but we're gonna be doing a lot of damage. This is not Little Hunter. That's fine. Yeah, and so I had a similar experience with a game called Dredge that I played much more recently. I got this game Dredge. It's like a Lovecraftian horror, like, fishing simulator. And I don't know, I think I saw the eShop page for the game. And just the like, visual design was so compelling that I ended up picking it up. It was on sale as well. And I played it for a couple hours and I was like, I'm buying the fucking DLC for this game. This game is really cool. And it, like, mechanically, not that interesting, like, the actual fishing mechanics and stuff. But the atmosphere was so good and stuff that it felt great playing this game. I would super recommend playing Dredge. So I bought the DLC, right? And there's, like, this oil rig. Got Bloodlust? Let's take Boiling Veins. Seems smart here. Let's just try to live, right? Yeah, this oil rig, like, DLC has this mechanic where, like, areas get full of sludge, and then you can clean up the sludge, with, like, a special equipment that you can get from the, oil rig company. And so you're sent to go clean up the sludge. And I, was like, you know what, before I do other things in this game, before I explore the other DLC, I'm going to, you know, clean up the whole map of the oil, because, I don't know, it was satisfying to do, and it took quite a while, right? And this is very similar to the Fog of War thing in Ghost of Tsushima. because I cleaned up all the oil, and then you want to know what happened? I went and talked to the like foreman of the rig, and the game, because you need to like craft certain items, you do need the item that you get from cleaning the sludge. They didn't want to like lock you out of getting more of it, so if you clean the whole map, it just spawns more. So I basically wasted like several hours of my own time just like trolling around the entire game, cleaning up the whole map, because you don't actually get anything for doing that. But I didn't even really care that much because the atmosphere of the game was so good. And I don't know. All of this is to say, like, E33 is not a bad game, but I do not think it's an extraordinary game the way that it's kind of been lauded as. Winning all these Game of the Year awards and stuff, it's fine. It's not bad, like I said, but it's not blowing me away. So that's all. We can move on from talking about that, shitting on this game that I've played 40 hours of now. I enjoyed much of the time that I spent with it, but there were a good few hours that I really did not. I don't remember how the Ghost of Tsushima thing tied it, and Dredge thing tied into E33. I guess I was just trying to say that you know, like I'm not opposed to doing stuff that can be kind of tedious in a game if the atmosphere is good and I'm having a good time. But just like kind of everything feels tedious in E33 at this point. So maybe it's just not my thing. Like the Pokemon style combat has never been something that I've been super drawn to in general. So perhaps you know, like there's that game, what is it called? Like something really silly. Triangle Strategy. Like I can just tell from looking at it and seeing the like promotional material. It's not for me, and that's okay. They're not every game is for every person, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any grandiose ending to this rant about this game, but if you like Final Fantasy, Pokemon, Mario RPG, that kind of thing, I think you will like E33. That said, I do think that, even though I haven't played them, I've seen other people play them. Oh, I've got to take a drink. Hang on one second. Actually, I haven't got water today. I've got some lovely hibiscus water. As they say here, agua de Jamaica. It's quite nice. There's not too much sugar in this one either. What? Why am I shooting that with a bolt? That's not going to do much. Yeah, so, I don't know. I honestly feel like if you get the hankering to play Expedition 33 and you're not into those super, like, cutscene all the time story... Oh, fuck. Story-type games, you know, play Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Oh no, I'm behind the throne? Fuck? This has never happened to me before. Okay, that was incredibly weird. We move on to loop 1, I guess. I don't even know what to say about any of that. That was just fucking weird. I thought that you just died if you ended up behind the throne, not gonna lie. Can I have that? Thank you. I want to save a little bit of energy, but I don't have a ton of bolts here. I did take Rabbit Paw, right? No, I took Boiling Veins instead. So, you know, using a weapon that costs so much energy is going to be a little dubious here in the loop. We'll see if we can manage it. I don't know, I haven't seen, like... You know who is kind of like my barometer for whether or not games are actually good, weirdly enough? Is, Video Game Donkey? Has he said problematic or fucked up stuff in the past? I honestly don't know. Yes, this time. Did I take Trigger Fingers? I don't think I did this time. That was the run where I died. I died a lot of times that run. Yeah. Ow. Okay, we're having an interesting go at things so far here on level 1 of the loop. I did take Gamma Guts, though. Okay, that's good. Need that ammo. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so I don't know if Donkey's released a video on E33. I'll have to go and check. Game came out a while ago. I'm kind of slow on the uptake on this one. But yeah, like I said, if you enjoy that kind of thing, you would probably like that game. But it's also possible, like, if you know that sort of thing is not for you, then maybe it's not a must play, right? It's not like, I wouldn't say it's a genre-defining game or anything like that. Do we want a loot crown? I could take Crown of Death, I guess, but I feel like I do not need one less max HP. As Chicken, that's going to happen on its own eventually anyway. So I'm not going to do that for right now. So we do have to make it all the way into Look 2 here. You can store the Chicken Sword, the Black Sword, that is. Scary. Alright. Didn't want to open that. Oh no! What a terrible combination of enemies to fight at the same time! Holy shit, I was getting, like, sucked into the plasma orbs. That was really scary. We're alive, though. Oh, okay. We didn't get Bolt Marrow here, which is a little sad, or Trigger Fingers, so... You know. I am happy with the mutations I have, but... it could be a little better. We're gonna play carefully here. This is... oh, fuck. Gotta expend some bolts here, because this is... Big Bandits. Yeah. Okay, one Big Bandit down. There's the van. Ooh, this game is hard. Have I mentioned that? Oh no, I think coming up here was a mistake. No, not the Elite Inspector again. You die. Oh no! Okay. I think we're fine. That was not scary. I hope my clicking doesn't come through the mic anymore. My god. Chicken Sword does kind of terrible damage, huh? Oh, we didn't have Scare Your Face this time. That would have been a nice thing to have, for sure. Considering, I would prefer, I think, the guitar to the old, Black Sword, pretty much 100% of the time. I guess I'm just glad, that Fish didn't have such a crazy unlock requirement. I mean, getting every V-skin is not the easiest thing in the world, but I definitely don't think it's less single-run intensive, I guess you could say. Oh, fuck. No, I walked into all the toxic cops. You guys gotta get out of my face! Stop healing. Cut that out. I can ignore the rats. So the good news is, I do still have 12 max HP. The bad news is, things are taking a long goddamn time to die, and this is gonna be a marathon of a run. What? Stop spawning gas! Cut it out, man! Okay, we're fine. Oh. You know what? Oh, this wasn't the Shotgun Shoulders run! Okay. Oh! Fucking crystals, man! I hate them! We're back up to 6 HP. Not losing max HP right now. do want to break that. Is the portal gonna spawn right there? It is. Okay. Well, we are on our way to get the sea skin. We'll see if I can get it done. The good news is, in addition to still having full HP, I have been fighting the captain a lot to get loop crowns. Okay, we did. That was actually worth it. I've been fighting the captain a whole lot, and it means that I am better suited to actually winning the fight when we get there. It's not like I'm just trying to beat the captain for this out of nowhere. I have the experience necessary at this point, I would say. So the hardest part is actually probably going to be the first couple levels of Loop 2. I don't think we'll have too much trouble with the Technomancer specifically because we got Gamma Guts. That's usually kind of scary. I'm a little scared of the Crystal Caves on Loop 1 here, actually, which is coming up in the near-ish future. You gotta go, man. Okay. I can leave you for now, though. Yeah, the little bit of extra damage the guitar has versus the slower firing speed, I prefer. More damage, fires slightly slower. Because you can augment the firing speed, you can't really augment the damage too much. But other than Scarier Face. Scarier Face is fine, but if you don't get it, you just don't get it. Which is the situation we're in now. Many snipers. That is, in fact, a living assassin. I just gotta play slower, man. I don't need to get the rads. I don't need to care too much about even ammo. Because I have the Black Sword, so we can kind of just use this to kill a bunch of these enemies until the level seems less scary. Two shielders. Gone. Okay. See, patience, not the mutation, but the life skill. Okay. Ooh. Did they nerf assassins? Did they used to have crazier movement? I feel like they used to have crazier movement back in the day. Could be wrong, no? Alright, what did I say? All that about being patient, and now here I am trying to walk into the level right at the start. Let's, actually do the patience thing. I didn't want that little bit of ammo. Taking 1 damage for it, not the worst thing. There's the van. Thankfully, Big Dog has not gotten up yet. Okay, we're gonna slow play all of this. In fact, oh well, there's Big Dog. Okay. I was gonna say I wanted to blow up the van before Big Dog woke up, but I think we killed everything else in the level. There we go. Nice. Believe we have made it to the caves at this point. Oh, okay. Again, I think I'm just gonna play slow here at the beginning because there's really no reason to go out into the level and die. Oh no! Boiling Veins. This is why I took Boiling Veins. That's the reason. Alright, where is the Hyper Crystal if I'm already getting the message about it on screen? Okay, had to take some damage there. Not playing as slowly or as carefully as I could. That is a problematic van placement, although the van did do a whole lot of damage to the Hyper Crystal, I think. Just fire it down, we can get more ammo. Oh, I need to get more ammo. Where have you gone? There it is. Okay. Nice. Very good. World's slowest way to defeat a van. I am looking carefully for other enemies and things I honestly think that was faster than the chicken sword. I wanted those bolts. Perhaps a health pack or two. Yeah, so kind of front-loaded this episode with all of the talking about E33 and stuff. At this point, I am in big focus mode. Nice. Killing those necromancers early is good, although we do have Gamma Guts, so it doesn't matter as much. I would like to just pepper this dog from over here. Yeah, seems wise. If we can avoid picking up that chest for now, that could be helpful later in the level. The one thing about playing this patiently and carefully is when you die, it does kind of feel a little worse, because you know, have spent the last hour and change of your life in that run. You get attached, don't you? Okay, all grunts. Like to see that. The game could have spawned 6 shielders on me there. I have lost several runs of well in the loop because the game just spawned a couple regular-ass shielders on me at the same time. And it can be hard to deal with, man. They shoot a lot. You get flustered. Your dodges get bad. You can have a bad time. Oh, not having to worry about a second ammo for the black sword here is quite nice, but I feel like it wouldn't be unbalanced if it did a little more damage. That's just one man's opinion. Just give it the same exact stats as the guitar. I'd be happy, actually. Although I guess it's nice to have the variety is the spice of life or something. Alright, this is not Little Hunter. I really need to be ready next, although I would love this Little Hunter arena. It would make it really easy. Just keep firing, I guess. Get the car guy eventually. I see the Bloodhammer. It's funny, but I'm not taking that. Oh, okay. Okay, things got scary all at once, but we're fine. We'll just back off again. I will just shoot the van this time. Nothing. It's an insult. Oh. Yeah, it is a serious challenge to play and talk. Okay. I am unhappy about this Little Hunter arena, not gonna lie. It's not good. Okay, we're fine though. We're playing careful, we're playing safe. We will get, you know what, I'm gonna get this fucking unlock and I'm gonna do it this video. Mark my words. I want it. And I feel like I have the skills in this game at this point. I am not as trash at this game as I used to be. We may not have seen Loop 3, but that's fine. Who needs Loop 3? I've got all of the difficulty that I could possibly need here in Loop 1. Alright. Not playing as well anymore. Come on, lock back in. There's one more necromancer over there, but we'll wait for the cops first. Honestly, you know what's concerning me at this moment? The prospect of getting in the van. About half the time I try to enter the van, it hits me. And that is definitely a skill issue, but it's not well, half the time I fail to get in the van. It doesn't necessarily mean it always hits me. I can just walk into you guys. Because 25% of the time it hits me, and then the other 25, I just miss my window. I'm too late. Too early or too late. No plants, please. Okay, this is a fucked spawn. This is a truly fucked spawn. Alright, this is why you take Gamma Guts, by the way, in case we're wondering. This is the exact reason. I can just walk in amongst all these fish, so long as there are no plants. Oh my god. Sorry, I was a little bit startled by the immense amount of goddamn... Another reason you want to take Gamma Guts? No, don't Gamma Guts, no! Fuck, give me that health. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. You can Gamma Guts the Technomancers themselves. Okay, we lost 2 max HP. This is not the end of the world. Would I like to still have 12 max? Yes, I would. Yeah, that Gamma Guts damage helps you take out the Technomancers so fast, dude. It's so good. Alright, I would like to leave this level with max HP. That would be nice. Alright, just... Hello, fish. How are you all doing? No one can hurt me. You can hurt me. They can hurt me too, okay. Let's be careful here. Who else lives? Another shielder? I knew you were still up. Okay. Alright. Where's the last couple fish? Not my best Technomancer's performance, but I did clutch it up in that moment when I nearly died. And that's kind of all you need. I guess we did die, but we're chicken! Aren't we? Kind of a nasty spawn. We're getting closer and closer. Again, we want to just play careful and safe here. Goodbye, plant, please leave. Don't have as much ammo as I would like, but that's a super plasma cannon. I feel like that's bad against the captain, right? Oh no. Okay. Fuck. Alright, we're fine. Ultra Shovel! Can't take that. What I can do is that, though. Little low on ammo, huh? Okay, a little less low on ammo, but still not great. Oh, not you, right at the start. Whew. We'll just sit here. This is the coward's way. I need that ammo whether I like it or not. Okay. Oh, that was scary, but we're fine. We have boiling veins anyway. Not you. Not the elite fish to come and ruin my life. Grunt, whatever you want to call him. A fishy fucker he is. Okay. The palace is honestly probably my worst level on the loop for ammo. I still have 0 goddamn bullets, man. Not ideal, but we're fine. Let's not enter. Okay, anyway, I can get more bolts. I'm a little bit nervous here. I don't love dealing with Thrones 1 and 2 on the loop. Bolt weapon. I could take both weapons with bullets in them and then try to go with that, but I feel like this is going to be very helpful, having the chicken sword. We'll take another drink of our agua de Jamaica. Even if I don't unlock this run, this is a proof of concept. We can, in fact, make it this far in the game. Is it easy? Fucking no! But, it can be done. Your balls mean nothing to me, Throne? We'll do a little bit of ball manipulation. Come on. What's the Throne doing? It was confused. It was unsure of what to do. Shout out to Plutonium Hunger, man. If you're unsure about taking Pluto, this run should be a lesson to you. It's good, man. Alright. Too many green fellas. Too many of you. Alright, we're in a bad spot. We'll be okay, though. Fuck it! Go behind the throne again! Why not? Maybe that's why not! Oh my god. Just kill it. Come on, throne. Oh, this would be a really bad way to lose! No, throne! No! Okay, we're still alive. This is fucked. Oh my god. Don't do that. Don't go behind the throne. That's a bad fucking idea. Oh no! That's a health pack. I would like that. Alright, Throne 2, if you fucking meme me here, I'm gonna be really sad. I am not gonna try to enter a van until I have my strong spirit back, by the way. Come on, Throne 2. Please fucking die. Oh. No, the beams! Okay. Into Loop 2 for real. 1 HP less than Strong Spirit is less than ideal, but this is not the worst spawn I've ever had. Alright, we want to catch the first van. We can. We've beat every boss except for the captain. With the black sword in hand. That's bad. Okay, he thought. Alright. Where are my vans at? There's one. Can't take the Ultra Shovel, it's very sad. Go! Alright. Hello, police. How are you? We will just head on in there. Oh my god. Fucking Christ, man. Why did I want to try to do this achievement today? That's a shielder over there. Just you, huh? over here. Thank God Gamma Guts doesn't do damage to the Vans, man. That would be ridiculous. Give me a health pack. That's not a health pack. Okay, one more. Fuck-ass headquarters level. Okay, every grunt down. There we go, full H again. Well, not really full. Functionally half health, but you know what I mean. Right, here comes the Vans from either side. Yes, run over the Elite Shielder. Thank you, game. Oh, there's another. Okay, of course there's another. We're in the headquarters on loop 2. How many of you guys just get to keep spawning in? Alright, it's time. Oh my god, let's not have horror on the actual fight. Plasma minigun, super slugger. No, I do want some fucking bolts though, game. Can I have some bolts? Maybe one more health pack? That's 14 more bolts, okay. You know what? I kind of have to piss. Oh, fuck, this is insane. Why did I say that? Now I have to edit that out if I want to make a short of this if we actually end up doing it. Alright, Captain. Fuck, not a good start. Oh my god. Huh? No! No! Oh my god. I don't think it could have been any closer than that. I got nothing, man. We'll do it in another video. Fear not. Damn, dude. I could have clutched up there. I had 1 HP and no strong spirit. 1600 kills, though. Is that my best chicken run? No, I had one slightly better. Jesus. Oh. Well, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment. Subscribe and hit the bell. And I'll catch you in the next video tomorrow.